With Valentine's Day coming up fast, I thought it would be fun to do what every YouTuber ever does and list their top fictional crushes. No doubt that just about everyone has had a crush on a fictional character, and there's no shame in it. Unless you cross the line into obsession. That's a different story. While only choosing 10 of them were hard enough, I ended up having to expand my horizons, since I actually don't have many cartoon crushes. So I will be taking into account anime and video games. Movies, though, are out of the question, because honestly, if I did include movies, I would have a lot more characters to talk about. So instead of just cartoon crushes, I guess this is going to be 10 animated crushes. Alright, without further ado, let's get started with number 10.
Stupid! Undead douchebags!
Number 10, Juliet Starling from Lollipop Chainsaw. So, I remember when the trailers for this game came out, and I thought it was a weird but kinda cool concept. Once I actually got the game and I finished it, I was definitely not disappointed. While the game and the soundtrack was cool, the thing that really did it for me was Juliet herself. Trust me, it's not because she's walking around dressed like a thought. I loved her dialogue with others, the way she acts, how optimistic she is, and you can see just how much she cares for her family and her boyfriend. Sure, she's ditzy, but honestly, it's cute. Not to mention she's pretty damn strong. I mean, chainsaws are heavy, and the fact that she's able to cut through bodies so easily is pretty impressive. Then it doesn't help the fact that she was voiced by Tara Strong in the English version. That woman really knows how to do cute voices. Anyways, moving on.
OMFG!
8, 9, 10. Here I come!
It was a purple dragon, who they eventually adopted and raised as one of their own.
Number 9, Spyro the Dragon. Alright, so this is a weird one. While playing Enter the Dragonfly on GameCube, I kinda thought to myself, I really like this dragon. A lot. My child self was confused thinking how I could feel things for something that wasn't even human. But now, thanks to the internet and tons of anthro dragon porn, I don't feel so bad about it. There was always something about his cocky personality that I really liked as a child. Sure, my crush for Spyro has died over the years, but I will always love him for what he is and being one of the best franchises of my childhood.
I see you, my little glowing friend.
Seeing and catching are two different things, a big boy.
Yeah, you better run.
What is the meaning of this, Nui Harime?
Number 8, Nui Harime from Killi L. Obviously a fan favorite, and I guess I just ended up following the crowd. There are 2 others from this show that were very close to getting the spot, but I just had to put her in. Look, if there is something that I am a sucker for, it is violent characters hidden under a layer of cuteness. She acts with the innocence of a child, and yet she has got to be the most brutal character in the show. She's bubbly, sadistic, aggressive, and not to mention that scene where she actually kills herself off is strange. She did it in such a cheery way that it's almost creepy.
Please? Mama!
Number 7, Princess Daisy from the Mario Bros. Franchise. Well, here we go, back to my GameCube days. So when I was young, my cousin had a game called Mario Kart Double Dash, and that was the moment I was introduced to Daisy. I always thought she was cuter than everyone else, and I wondered, how come she isn't around as much as Peach? I mean, she's a princess too, right? That's when I started to learn more about who Daisy is, and to this day, I still love her. Her optimistic nature really gets to me. Sure, Peach is like that too, but Daisy just has more to her. You can tell that she's not this fragile little princess who needs rescuing in every darn Mario game, unlike a certain pink princess. No shade to Peach though, she's cute. It's just, Daisy's better.
Did you miss me, Celestia? I've missed you. It's quite lonely being in Fleecekin Stone, but you wouldn't know that, would you? Because I don't turn ponies into stone.
Number 6. Discord from My Little Pony. Another sin, I must confess. I love villains, but specifically silly over-the-top villains. While Discord doesn't go overboard, he's still a loose cannon. His charm along with his voice is something I really enjoyed, and something I really loved about him is the fact that he makes chaos purely for the sake of chaos. Most villains have a cause, like a dark backstory that leads them to act the way they do, but no, Discord just simply likes to fuck around with others. I stopped watching the series a long time ago, but the episodes where he was introduced are one of my favorites, and the ones I remember most fondly. Everyone else was pretty much cookie cutter, but Discord will be the one I'll be remembering a long time from now.
What's the matter, Pinkie Pie? I thought you appreciated a good laugh.
It's different. They're laughing at me.
It's hardly different. Your friends laugh at you all the time.
Humans and their friendship. Invaders need no one. No one!
Number 5. Zim from Invader Zim. Oh boy, here comes my dark, edgy phase. I'll admit that it was a choice between either Zim or Dib, but it just had to be Zim. I enjoyed him so much more, and that voice of his always made me laugh. His situations were always something I loved too, and the fact that he thinks so greatly of himself, when in reality, pretty much everyone hates him. The odds are stacked against him, and yet he doesn't let that get to him, always making new plans to conquer Earth. Sure, none of those plans have worked yet, but hey, maybe he'll do it. I guess we'll just see.
Delicious! Delicious! I'm normal! Humans may gather together, help each other, and accomplish a lot of things. But their civilization could easily be destroyed by dragons.
Number 4. Toru from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Again, I had to decide between two other characters for this spot. I love another person in this show, but Toru just takes the cake. Something you've probably noticed is that I really like cheery characters, and Toru is no exception. Though she's not just cheery, she's passionate, easily impressed, protective, and will completely destroy anyone who dares lay a hand on Miss Kobayashi. Not to mention that she turns into a giant fucking dragon. Seriously, she's a dragon maid with big tits. What more could you possibly ask for?
There's a strange smell on you.
Is it a dog?
No, it's a dragon. Are you secretly cheating on me?
Whatever. Look, so today at work...
Wait, is it an office romance?
Congrats, you picked up another weird phrase.
A great slam and then... Here goes.
Number 3. Sally's stage play from Cuphead. Now, I will admit this choice is based more on aesthetics than personality, but from what we know, she's an actress with an inflated ego and will do anything for attention. You can easily tell that from the death screens and what she tells you on the card, pretty much always telling you to get the fuck off her stage. Oh boy, I love me some demanding, snobby characters. I can't perfectly explain why I love her so much, I just do. Her battle is one of my favorites and probably the most fun in the whole game. Not to mention she's pretty special for being the only boss in the game that doesn't have a transformation.
Made of pen and ink, she can win you with a wink. Ain't she cute? Sweet Betty.
Number 2, Betty Boop. Alright, so my first encounter with Betty was just seeing her on things like handbags and shirts and such. Of course, as I got older, I found out about the cartoons. Besides the fact that I love old trippy cartoons, Betty just really stuck with me. Not only is she adorable, but she is also hardworking, independent, and easily frustrated. She likes to fend for herself, and if possible, will even fight back. Oh, that Betty. She's got some tricks up her sleeve. And of course, you can't forget the most important aspect of her. Her singing is just adorable.
Sing, keep your spirits high. Sing, pass the worry by. Sing, till the day you die. It's good for ya.
Alright, here we are at number 1. Ready to see who it is? My number 1 animated crush is... Yep, my number 1 choice is Bayonetta. There is so much to Bayonetta that it ended up with her as my first choice. She's such an inspiration to me and someone that I really look up to. She's confident, strong, smart, attractive, and determined. Her sexuality she flaunts like one of her strengths, and she doesn't care what others think. She grew up from being selfish at the beginning of the first game to caring about her friends at the end. I loved seeing her break down that defensive barrier. As you could probably tell, the reasons why I love her so much is because she's someone I would love to be. You know, besides the witch thing. Which, actually thinking about it, would actually be pretty cool. Bayonetta, for all these reasons, is why she is my number 1 animated crush.
Let's dance, boys!
So that's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed watching and learning a little bit more about me. I wish you guys a happy Valentine's Day, and if you excuse me, I have a little business to take care of. This has been Z, and I'll see you in the next video.